This is the Eye of Cthulhu, the demonized older brother, and most likely the first boss you will ever fight in Terraria. He, or she, is a really fun and unique way to challenge new players. I do have a problem though. 2800 health? Come on. That's when I came up with this video. I already knew that an Eye of Cthulhu one-shot was possible, but I just really want to bully this boss today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy a couple glitchless and unique Eye of Cthulhu one-shots. Keep in mind that almost none of these can be done at the stage of the game you fight the Eye of Cthulhu. I just think it's a funny concept. The first and most obvious one-shot should be done with the sniper rifle. This weapon has the highest base damage of any weapon in Terraria, and it also has a pretty sizable crit chance. So of course, just like everyone wanting to fight the Eye of Cthulhu for the first time, I geared up in full vortex armor and the best accessories I could find. I also spent about 10 platinum to reforge them all to menacing. You know, basic early game stuff. Then I drank a wrath potion along with some Christmas pudding for the exquisitely stuffed buff, entered stealth mode, and... this still wasn't enough to one-shot the normal mode Eye of Cthulhu. Alright, how about we downgrade to journey mode? Much better. So yeah, technically this is possible, but it actually took me a couple tries before I got a good shot off, even with a 100% crit chance. Now, am I saying that the normal mode Eye of Cthulhu is impossible with a sniper rifle? Yeah, pretty much. While not perfect, this loadout is very well optimized, and considering that we would need another 200% damage increase just to have a chance at a normal mode Eye of Cthulhu one-shot, I'm gonna say it's most likely impossible. Feel free to prove me wrong though. The next weapon I want to try is the lance. If you don't know already, this weapon scales with your miles per hour, so logically, if you could find a way to get up to per se 300 miles an hour, there might be a chance at a one-shot. Now obviously, simply running isn't going to work, and even asphalt or buffs can't really help here. But there is one method that you most likely already know. Yup, we're using the inner tube. In case you don't know, if you dig a hole straight down and then fill that entire hole with water, then go all the way to the bottom of said hole and equip the inner tube, this happens. So yeah, you can get some pretty crazy speeds. Here's my loadout in case you were curious. I'm pretty sure you could do this with just the basic lance, but you would probably need a large world for that. Also, I'm just going to use a dummy and a DPS meter to test the one shot because I don't feel like trying to manipulate an Eye of Cthulhu spawn. Alright, let's go. Well, the numbers don't lie. Keep in mind, this hole could have easily been twice as long, so if anyone is going to tell me I'm wrong in the comments because the Eye of Cthulhu has defense, don't. Alright, now it's time to evolve past weapons. You might be asking, how do you defeat a boss without weapons? Start off by buying a bug net from the merchant. Now, this next step might be hard for some of you, but you need to go outside and venture into the great wilderness to fetch up some bunnies. Aw, look at how cute they are, it's so adorable. The next step is to strap some dynamite onto them, build a small box in the air, fill it with said bunnies, spawn the Eye of Cthulhu, and boom! Although this one is definitely the weirdest of the bunch, it's actually the only one that you can do in a normal playthrough. And the nice thing about being able to use as many bunnies as you want is that you can do this in any difficulty. It doesn't have to be normal mode. And before I get to the last one shot, it's time for some honorable mentions. Some of you are probably screaming at me for not mentioning beehives, but sadly, although powerful, these little stingers of death aren't quite enough for an Eye of Cthulhu one-shot. For some reason, they just didn't work for me. Feel free to try it yourself if you think I was doing something wrong. Fireworks were also considered, but even though it only takes one click to activate them, it takes multiple attacks for them to all hit, so it really depends on your definition of one-shot. Alright, now it's time for the absolute number one GOAT, greatest of all time Terraria weapon. You thought bunnies strapped with dynamite was good? Check this out.